You know, I went to the same dry cleaner for 20 years and they never lost a button. Sleeves, collars, sure, cuffs, but never a button. Oh, you're here. Well, if you're here and I'm here, it must be time for Creepy Cheapies here in the Library of Horror Hotel. Come on in and let's dig on the art of monster masks once again. A really weird one today, and it is artful. It is an artfully created thing. It's actually more of an art piece than it is a monster even. I won't go as far as abstract, but it's definitely surrealist. What am I talking about? This thing from the people at Immortal Masks, who traditionally made very high-end and pretty costly silicone masks, and then in recent times branched out into making latex versions that were much more affordable, hence the inclusion on Creepy Cheapies. You see how that works? Look at this horrible thing. What is that? Well, you might be thinking, was he, let's get all the dumb jokes out of the way. Was he reaching for the electric shaver, but he actually had a mixer or an egg beater or a fan? No. Or did the bullies at college or wherever give him a swirly one too many times? No, that's not it. Did his mom tell him that if he did that, his face would stick like that, and it did? No. Whatever dumb joke you can think of for this uzumaki here going on in his mouth area, it's pretty strange, isn't it? And it's beautifully sculpted. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but he has like fairly realistic lips and gums going on and pretty realistic teeth. It's all done realistically, but positioned quite impossibly for a very strange look. And people will give you a very strange look if you walk around with this thing on. Now, you can score one of these dirt cheap. I've seen these for like $25. Wow. So you could get one anywhere between like 25 and 40 bucks, I would say. And it does look a little bit, well, bloody. A little bit bloody. Although I don't think he's a flesh eater. I don't think he's been. I think that's his own blood that's splattered from whatever he has done here that he probably is embarrassed about. Now, what is he? He's called the Boogeyman. And of course, a boogeyman can look like anything, because a boogeyman is really just something you say to kids, or used to say to kids, to scare them into good behavior. Oh, the boogeyman will get you, you know, that kind of thing. So really, a boogeyman could look like anything, because it could look like whatever a kid who has been made aware that there is such a thing as a boogeyman that could get him, whatever that kid might imagine a boogeyman would look like. I don't remember from my childhood ever imagining anything like this showing up. I don't think I ever expected that. Nobody expects the boogeyman with the swirly face. But, you know, I don't know if people told me, hey, the boogeyman will get you, kid, when I was a kid. If they had, I probably would have been excited to meet him. I probably would have left out milk and cookies for him. Boogie cookies, you know, if I thought there was a boogeyman. So I don't know what I would have imagined. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been this. I think a better boogeyman is like Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. Now those guys both look like boogeyman type characters to me. This, I don't know. Now what would you wear with it? Well, since it doesn't make any sense as a character, you could basically wear pretty much anything with it. You could wear anything, maybe a big dark overcoat, you know, the big dark raincoat, like all murderers wear in Italian movies and in a lot of American movies even. The big black trench coat or raincoat sort of effect. Or you could go with a hoodie and just, you know, have your back to people, and then when they come close to you at the haunted house or the Halloween party or wherever, turn around and shock them with this weird face here. And you got to feel bad for the poor boogeyman, because he looks like he wants to scare people. He wants to go boogie, boogie, boogie. But with this, he can't do that. He can just kind of go like that. And it's not as good a sound as boogie, 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 which is what he really wants to do. Now, it's a rather small mask, as you can see. Comes down to the back. It's mostly like a 3/4 mask, just barely. I'd say we can't call it a 4/5 mask, but it might be a bit more than a 3/4 mask. Let's call it a 77.6 mask. Yeah. It does have ears, as you can probably see, and I did not do anything to the paint on this one. It came from Immortal Masks with this cool paint job and this cool Uzumaki swirly gig going on here. The only thing I can think of that would be fun to do if you wore it at a party or something, be kind of cool to drink through a straw, you know, up into that little hole right there, and with that, just because it would look amusing. All right, that's all I have to say about the very cheap and weird and surrealist Boogeyman from the good folks at Immortal. And well, I think we better call it a day, because I can see here we're just about out of time.